Hello guys. As you can see, you are on the channel Cine-Maa-wala. I'm Hasmi. Uh, Thank you so much for coming to our channel. So without doing further ado, let me start today's game. As you can see, a lot of mothers. Thank you. Please keep blessings, mothers. Let me start today's episode first. Horror has worked in India since the days of Ramsay Brothers, and when it merged with comedy, it only drives the audience to laugh louder and get more scared. An experience that is ultimately aimed at enticing them to kind of come to the cinema hall. But I would say horror comedy has remained largely underutilized especially in Bollywood. At the same time, there are immense potential that we have seen to kind of drawing back the audience to theater, like movies like Stree, Golmaal Again, Filodi, Go Goa Gone, and now Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2 has proved if done correctly, the genre, this particular genre has immense potential. Humor blended with spooky tricks bring together the two of the most popular film genres and comes with promise of entertainment. So in Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2, Karthik, Kiara Advani, and Taboo have done the trick when it comes to delivering the right amount of fun and fright. Um, though it's like nascent genre, I think filmmakers have started taking recently. One of the favorite movie of mine would be, I think, Stree and Go Goa Gone, which were pegged with horror and comedy and social messages in equal measure. The original Bhool Bhulaiyaa, which released in 2007, can be said to be a pioneering film of this genre in Hindi cinema, which itself was a remake of a Malayalam hit movie, very big hit movie. It mixed comedy with psychological horror and remains immensely watchable even now. So, Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2 borrows some elements of its original, apart from the Chota Pandit, but it's not a direct sequel. Um, and of course, it is set in a giant Haveli, just like the first part. And the ghost here is also called as Manjulika. And it makes a good use of iconic Ami Je Tomar from the first film. Uh, by the way, brilliant song. But apart from these similarities, it's a different film altogether. As I said earlier, the original was steeped in psychological horror, where this one is straight possession, black magic, spirit possession, and all that. So basically, there is a big place in Bhawanigad in a small village in Rajasthan owned by Thakur, as there is always a Thakur in a village and in a palace. So this palace has 25, 26 rooms, a multi-story structure with gardens, big compound, and there on the think third floor, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the rooms, one spirit is imprisoned named Manjulika by one tantric. And the tantric informs everybody, come what may, this room should not be opened or else be prepared to face hell. She will create a havoc. So that's the beginning. So we all know what is going to come in the future. Um, then Ruhan meets Reet. Ruhan is Karthik Aryan, of course, and the Reet is Kiara. In Himachal, as they meet, always in such places, and he persuades her to not take the bus to Delhi so that they can have some fun time together. Uh, Reet agrees to this plan. मुझे तो ये लड़कियां पता नहीं कहाँ मिलती है सिर्फ मूवी में मिलते हैं. And guess what? The bus on which Reet was supposed to go got crashed, and everyone in her family thought she had died. Now nobody's searching about the dead body, nobody's doing any inquiry. They just, mar gayi. Like other people also have died in our family. This is all because of Manjulika. So, but there is another twist. Now, since she gets to know that her sister loved her fiance, so Reet was supposed to get married as they do all the time, right? She decided to stay dead so that her sister's marriage would happen. Very unique story. So Reed's plan to stay in an this particular abandoned mansion, which I mentioned in the beginning with Ruhan, where a ghost named Manjulika was put inside a room, doesn't go the way she intended, of course. And the movie is all about what all happens in that mansion post the couple's arrival. But let me put it across about the acting. Karthik Aryan is good, suits perfectly for the role given to him. In fact, I feel the writer has specially taken care of the script for this lead role. Lucky Karthik. And of course, Kiara Advani looks beautiful. In one dialogue, she's referred as bomb. Indeed, she looks like a bomb. Yeah. Tabu, as usual, her acting is low. Her he is looking catching up now, but her performance more than covers up for that. Now, the comedy department in charge, Sanjay Misra, the ever dependable, as Bada Pandit, and Asa Kelsekar, the is his wife. So these two are the regular people from Rohit Sethi universe are here, especially from the Bolman, not the Police-wala, the Suryavanshi, and the um, all those movies and the action movies. I'm talking about the comedy universe of film. And then, of course, Rajpal Yadav, where, I mean, like, where is this guy? Why is he not there in every movie? Yeah? Like, he's the best. Just as we know him in all Priyadarsan sir's films, here as Chota Pandit, I think he's the best thing in the movie in terms of comedy. Karthik also has a very good comic timing. Rajesh Kumar is also, of course, is one of the very good actor, and he adds up to the humor as Kiara's uncle. Um, I think the director Miss me after a few blunders like Welcome Back, Pagalbandi, and I don't know what he was doing, but I think he's back to where he belonged in Bhool Bhulaiyaa. Uh, I mean, like, he's the same guy. I'm like, no kidding. He's done No Entry, Welcome, Singy King. So he has whipped horror with humor nicely here. Things keep on shifting one way to another, and entertainment remains throughout. Guaranteed. There are events happening continuously which you have to sense for what is going to come. Scary scene or comedy. We'll mention one particular dialogue and situation where you can prepare yourself for possibly what's coming. Suddenly, windows break, sofas and chairs start moving, wall painting cracks, tablas start flying in the air, glassware items, of course, they're there. Glassware items are there to be, be broken. Seeing this, Rajpal Yadav says, पंडितायन खुश हो रही है कि ये बड़े पंडित ने किया है पर मैं जानता हूं कि उनके पास ऐसी कोई शक्ति नहीं है तो फिर ये सब हुआ कैसे अंजलिका बाहर आ गई क्या so of course the climax is totally unexpected little bit of I would say Abbas Mastan type in between you might feel it's going on the lines of Stree or it may feel it's going on the lines of Suryavanshi or it may feel it's developing the typical Ramsey movies angle, but it might surprise you beyond all this. So, question number one: should one go to the cinema to see this film? Uh, I would say go with less expectations and more of an open mind. Uh, but to take your mind, as they say in Niswas with a bit of the one universe movies, you don't have to take your mind, but yeah, here you can take your mind. Does it anywhere stand in comparison with the classic Bhool Bhulaiyaa one? No, of course not. The story, Akshay Kumar, Vidya Balan, Priyadarsan sir, and the original factor, all those factors are way, above. So please don't compare. But as I said, go with open mind. Just think Bhul Bhulaiyaa 1 never happened, or this has nothing to do with that movie, and enjoy this as a separate individual product. Is the movie scary or frightening? Simple movies. Were you scared watching Bhul Bhulaiyaa 1 or 3 or Suryavanshi? Okay, by the way, Suryavanshi, I'm not talking about the new one starring Akshay Kumar, Ajay Devgan, Ranveer Singh, Rohit Sethi. मैं पुराना वाला बोल रहा हूँ 1992 Salman Khan, Amrita Singh and Siva. So if yes, then this will also scare you. If no, then this won't scare you. Songs, Bhool Bhulaiyaa title track of course is good. Background music is good. Hamish Tumaris. So I think आप लोगों को जयेश भाई जोरदार अच्छी नहीं लगी होगी, but I'm sure Kartik Aryan is good and the movie is good. So डरना मना है, देखना जरूरी है. Watch it. See you next time. Ta-da, bye-bye. Aham Brahmasmi. We are cinema. So डरना मना है, देखना जरूरी है. Watch it. See you next time. Ta-da, bye-bye. Aham Brahmasmi. We are Cinema-Wala.